right, all right, we in here. We in here. Welcome back. Welcome back. And if it's your first time, welcome to Frickin' 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 Freestyle Friday. um, yeah, Freestyle Friday, man. This is basically when I come on here usually on Fridays. I'm gonna start going live on Freestyle Fridays because it'll help me be more consistent. And it'll help me get direct immediate feedback from my viewers, right? So the whole purpose of Freestyle Fridays is simply for me to get feedback on my articulation and my speech. I'm doing more speaking engagement, more keynotes, workshops with different organizations and corporations. And though everything has been running smoothly and I've been getting good feedback, I know in my heart of hearts that I want to become a more articulate and pronounced speaker. So this is my opportunity to get direct feedback from the most critical people in the world, social media. You know what I mean? So that's what we're here for. That's what it's about. I will start going live every Friday now at 6 p.m. The time might change. I'll let you know ahead of time, but definitely every Friday I'm gonna start going live for these Freestyle Fridays. And basically, there's no script. There's no script. I'm just going off the head. It's sort of a Toastmasters practice for me. But what we're gonna do here is just get into it. I'm here for a good time, not a long time. So bear with me. And today's topic is mental health. I thought it was fitting to choose mental health as the first topic, considering that last week, was Men's Mental Health Month. And that's one of those things where it doesn't get a lot of publicity. It doesn't get a lot of conversation. So I thought I'd come on here and give a little recap of the month. I actually posted less last month. I noticed my social media, I'm trying to, elevate my content creation and my consistency in that. I'm very much a real world individual. I'm very much a millennial and used to be outside. So being on the internet is not my third spot. You know, I like to go outside for my third spot. Your third spot, for those who don't know what I'm talking about your third spot. Us millennials, those were born in the 80s, raised in the 90s, um, you would have home, you would have work, and then you'd have your third spot. Most people's third spot nowadays is social media, and that can be mentally damaging. That can be mentally overwhelming and frustrating. And, you know, that's what we're here to talk about today. That's what we're here to talk about today. So, let me see. Like I said, we live. So bear with me if I stumble over my words. Give me grace. If you're on here, give me criticism as well. Constructive though. Let's be proactive and efficient with it. Don't just be on here talking shit. Be nice. But mental health is a superpower. Mental health is a superpower, and it's a competitive advantage. You need mental health. Those who have great mental health typically can navigate their family life efficiently and successfully. They can navigate their professional life efficiently and successfully. And those that are parents or are children are evolving in a more efficient and successful manner when they deal with their mental health. There's a lot of manners in which people deal with such matters, and some are healthy and some are not. At the end of this, I will go over some healthy strategies and tips on how to deal with mental health, some practices that I use, some practices that clients of mine have used and found successful. Um, but definitely, that's the first point I want to make. Really, just like understand that paying attention to your mental health. I know there's a stigma around it, and most people don't want to talk about it. But worldwide, statistically, 1 in 4 adults are dealing with mental health. They are dealing with mental health struggles and challenges, depression, and the such. You know, people have financial concerns, individuals have relationship concerns, and if you're not dealing with your mental health, you are setting yourself up in a trajectory of loss. You are setting yourself up in a trajectory of discomfort. And it doesn't need to be that way. It doesn't need to be that way. You can find comfort in the discomfort. You know, I preach daily due diligence a lot. And what daily due diligence is the consistent effort and intention on creating wellness practices within your day. So you're being intentional about your your health, your wellness, your personal health. Personal health has five pillars. The first is physical, emotional, social, intellectual, and spiritual. Those are your 5 pillars of personal health. And your emotional and mental health plays a key factor. A key factor. Imagine going to work and a lot of people are doing this, so it might not be a struggle to imagine this. Imagine Sunday night, you are stressed out about going to work Monday morning. Imagine going to work Tuesday, Monday, Wednesday morning, and you're stressed out at work. That is not an efficient work environment. That is not an efficient way to live. And we always want to, I always encourage individuals to pay attention to the quality of life at which they live. You know, as a matter of fact, the World Health Organization, they actually deemed burnout as they classified it as a disease. Burnout from your job, burnout from your life is classified as a disease. I don't find that hard to believe. I really don't. I really don't. So definitely take time to focus on your mental health, to focus on the things that are going to enhance your quality of life rather than diminish it. I on my TikTok, if you don't follow me, go follow me. It's the same thing, P.S.Wilson. Um, and I made a pretty controversial quote lately. I do red light messages where I just give a quick message. It's usually like a couple of seconds long, but it went like I believe I said it is more masculine for a man to have emotional intelligence than it is for him to pay bills. And I don't feel that's very controversial. A person that is control of their emotions in in increasingly conflictive situations, a person that is in control of their emotions in the midst of battle, in the midst of conflict, is a person that I could trust. I feel like that is a very masculine trait. It takes great emotional intelligence to be a father, to be a husband, to be a leader, which I've been all at some point in my life, if not right now. It takes great emotional intelligence to be a great mother, to be a great CEO, to be a great wife. It takes emotional maturity and the growth of intelligence to be a great son, to be a great student, to be a great teacher. So I say that to say If you're not focused on your emotional health, if you don't have anyone to talk to about your emotional and mental health, tap in with me. Tap into someone that you can. Family may not always be the best, but if you do have family that you can talk to them. Be careful who you talk to, though, because you don't want anyone to use your struggles and heartache and your challenges as a weapon towards you. And that in itself can cause mental stress and anguish, you know. But like I said, we're gonna be here for a good time, not a long time. So let me leave you with some strategies that you can use to better your mental health, right? One thing I would say to better your mental health, put a timer on your social media. Whether you're on there for leisure, and especially if you're on there for business, put a timer on your social media use. Most people like to project their internal feelings onto others, and you have to be careful with that. And I noticed a lot of that happens on social media. Hurt people hurt people. So you have to protect yourself from these people. The second, I would say, is get into nature. Get some sunlight. Feel the grass beneath your feet. Touch some dirt. Hug a tree. You feel me? Like there is a there is a scientific, energetic feel that your body gets charged from in the atmosphere, in the earth. I encourage you heavily to do that at least once a day. Take some time out, go for a walk. Go for a walk in the park. I do it often myself. I do it often with my family, my children. If we just in the house for too long, take a walk in the park. Another thing I would say that could help. Number three, journal. Journal. Write down your feelings. Write down your emotions. Get that off your chest. You know what I mean? If it's something negative, burn it. Don't hold on to that. You don't need to hold on to the negative. If it's something positive, store it. Read it again later. Recharge those emotions that you felt at that moment. So when you are feeling down, you can go back to your writings and be like, hey, I have a lot of gratitude here. I have a lot of I have a lot of hope and optimism. All right? And then lastly, work out. Physical exercise, movement. Whenever you're bored, whenever you're feeling down, move. That is a sign that your body needs movement. That is a sign that you need a little more than what it is that you're doing. And there's nothing that's going to charge you up that will spark your endorphins more than a good little workout. All right? But that's my time. Like I said, this is your opportunity to critique my speaking. This is your opportunity to critique my conveying of a message. And maybe next time I'll let y'all chat, man. We might have some one-on-one dialogue as well, you know. But I appreciate for everyone that tapped in today. I will repost this if I figure out how to. This is my first live, so if I figure out how to, I will repost this. But hey, that's my whole thing. Have a good one.